Hey, welcome back everybody. Simon here again with episode 19 of Antimatter Chemistry. And, let's see, how are my ores doing? I finally set up some automatic ore processing. And, well, iron's going down, so that's a good sign. And it looks like I ran through most of my thorium and uranium. Awesome. So, it is faster than items are coming in from the quarries. So, it's a start. And yeah, it's definitely working. So I could speed it up a bit, but I would have to speed up like item transport and all that. So that's good for now. And I'm actually not even using my full power yet. Looks like pretty damn close though. Pretty close. It's getting there. Oh sweet. I should probably toss more clay in here. I made a bunch of wither skeleton skulls and just under a stack of nether stars now. But I've got work done in here. I'll show it off here in a second. Alright. So, I enlarged my crafter. Because, well, it wasn't fast enough. I want to be able to craft a stack of items in under a second. Now I can. I've got myself a pattern grid here that I've been teaching different recipes to. I've got a crafter manager that I've been teaching things to as well. This is just regular crafting recipes I've taught so far. It's a far cry from like Enigmatica 2 where I had, oh god, I think it was up to page 26. This thing's only got 12 pages, so. But furnace, pulverizer, compactor with the gear augment. Alloy furnace, manufactory, got an induction smelter, magma crucible, and fluid transposer. And this is just for my like liquid redstone buckets and so on and so forth. Then we come up here and I can't come up, okay, this side. So it's pretty easy. There's a flat transfer node through here, filtered to blacklist buckets. And then this thing here is, I hadn't even tried it out yet, so, but it should be whitelisted for buckets. So it'll pull a bucket from here, put it into the transposer, and then wherever it gets full, shunts it off into here, into this wonderful interface. It should work. Now to compact this, I am so thankful for the signal plated impulse item ducts, because this could get, I'm trying to hide the, well, everything as much as I can. And this is only here because I like to see items go by. But I don't like to have pipes literally running everywhere, so that helps. But here's our crafter, and you can actually name crafters, which in an anvil, which does make it easier when you're doing like a processing pattern like that, because you can name your crafter, in this case MCFT, Magma Crucible, Fluid Transposer, and it's destabilized redstone, energized glowstone, and resonant ender. Pretty basic. I haven't taught it a whole lot of recipes yet, because I don't really need a lot of stuff anymore, honestly. I'll teach more recipes as we go, but the way it's going right now, we're fine. We're good. This is my ore processing. I have 3 pulverizers here, which I'm wondering if I should do secondary sieving on here. And so we're doing copper, and then I got 2 of them doing iron. They're getting their items from 2 interfaces down here, which are keeping ore in stock. And then output is going over to here. I've got, I don't know why I did coal, because I'm not silk touching ores, so that's not important. But cinnabar. Cinnabar comes from pulverizing gold, mainly. Gold or redstone. Or destabilized redstone, but honestly, I'm not silk touching, so. But this cinnabar here could jam things up if I didn't have a way to get rid of it. So if anything else shows up, I can add it to the filter, everything's fine. Nothing else has shown up yet, so I'm not too worried about it. Everything else is going over here to a furnace, getting smelted, going into this wonderful interface here, and shunted back into the system. Which was good, because when I started actually doing machines, I had no iron. I had to manually process a couple stacks, easy. Actually, no, it was closer to 10 stacks just to do, just for the crafter. But automatic ore processing's done. Shouldn't have any hiccups with it, so it's all good. Over here is my dimlet stuff. This is so I can actually make different dimlets and whatnot. And these two are storage units is what they are. Storage modules, and then this one actually has the dimlets. This is pieces I can make dimlets out of. Now, one thing that is annoying is RF Tools does not let you use your scroll wheel, right? You have to go to this little bar here and scroll down to what, you think you may want. Yeah. Not the greatest. So, that's my only like, beef with it, though, honestly. And these 3 blocks don't take power, so this cell is here for 2 reasons. One, power the dimlet workbench. Honestly, I could power it with an RF or a wireless RF thing from Extra Utilities. But the other thing is, it holds 1,000,000 RF, and it lets you keep an eye on my power right now. So then over here, this is where we're getting into the crystal binder auto crafting. Yeah, fun stuff here, right? So I've got 3 igneous extruders. Each one is doing, I got granite, diorite, andesite. They all produce different things in a rock crusher. Alligentum, crushed arsenic. I wonder if I can do something with crushed arsenic here. Oh, I can decompose it straight out. Okay, cool. That could come in handy. Especially because of this. Let's see, diorite is fluorite, carabite, and there's something else, wasn't there? Zirconium. And then we have our granite, which is making us crushed rhodochrosite, sulfur, and williamite. Now, I didn't actually need to do the andesite because none of the outputs here are part of the crystal binder recipe, so... But I figured I might as well do it just for sake of completionism. Those are all going into a black hole controller Mark II, and they all have their own individual, like, black hole units. And I've actually got 3 extras ones in here because, well, A, black hole units are relatively cheap, and B, I wasn't 100% certain if I was going to have any other byproducts around here that I wanted to store. But we can see everything in here, and these speed upgrades are kind of funny. They're actually inside of a machine with an external storage on it. The one that actually has the calcium sulfate in it. But, yeah. Honestly, what I should do is we'll grab this guy down here. Grab this out. You can go into there. And into here. And then I'm going to have to go swap this out. No, sorry, this one here. External storage with a importer. Don't think I've actually taught you how to make importers, have I? I just made a bunch by hand. Yeah, no, I didn't. Alright, importer. And looks like I need to teach a cable. Okay. I have cable in the system, but in the long run, it's going to be an issue. So, I have this grid set to only show crafting recipes. Yeah, it is so much quicker crafting now. And importer. There we go. So any calcium sulfate that pops in should go right to here. We got 44 now, so not bad. So how is this all working? Well, let's see. I'm putting crushed fluorite and water into a fluid enricher, and that is making, surprisingly, fluorite water. This guy here is just getting sulfur, and it's melting down to liquid sulfur. Now, chemical reactor. Liquid sulfur, or molten sulfur, sorry, and oxygen are getting mixed together to make sulfur dioxide. This guy here is making water. Water from water. But I'm running that through a dissolver back there, and I'll show it in a moment here. Now this guy is getting oxygen and sulfur dioxide to make sulfur trioxide. This is getting sulfur trioxide, sorry, no. This one is getting water and sulfur trioxide to make sulfuric acid, which is mixing with fluorite water to make calcium sulfate solution. This is what I'm crystallizing into the calcium sulfate over here, right? And we've got another one since then. Now, I did have an electrolyzer from nuclear craft over here. It was really slow. So I'm like, I'll try the chemistry version, right? Newsflash, it's just as slow. But we have our liquefier up there making water from water. Now that's getting dissolved here into hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen is going up into a trash can because honestly, don't need it. Oxygen is going over to here into a liquefier. And when it reaches 16 oxygen, there you go, it starts running and it makes liquid oxygen. It only makes 144 millibuckets. Basically an ingot's worth. Well, all the recipes that require oxygen require 1,000 millibuckets. So we're looking at just under 8 ingots worth, or 8 recipes for that. And the electrolyzer from nuclear craft was honestly faster than that. And cheaper power-wise. So probably going to swap it out, honestly. But yeah, that's that chain to make that, which is always fun to set up. And not exactly cheap. But thanks to refined storage, I was able to do it pretty compactly. If I had done it with like thermal, this would be just a nightmare. It would be so nasty looking. I'd have to hide it away and never look at it again. And then, so back here, this line here, these are just the reinforced large drums, the diamond ones, which I'm getting for free, with some external storages on it. And that is just for some fluids to have a place to go, because some fluids are being made faster than others, so on and so forth. That's why I have a fluid grid. Now, hydrofluoric acid is the byproduct of the calcium sulfate. Right, this one here produces calcium sulfate and hydrofluoric acid. Now, there are ways to process this, there's no point, right? So I've got basically 4,000 buckets of water. I have got 475 buckets of fluoride water, and I've got 215 buckets of molten sulfur. Yeah, because those machines are running so much faster than everything else. But it works. Now I did all that, so I can try to make, if possible, a fusion reactor. One of these, fusion core. So what all do I have? I have everything but the plating. I need lead plating. So let's look that up, and I actually taught it how to make lead plating. I have, it's advanced, elite, times 4. I am missing calcium sulfate, fresh rhodochrosite. Oh, that's right, it requires DU plating, doesn't it? Ah, that's another step. So, I haven't hooked the two systems up and all yet. Honestly, I'm probably just going to have this export rhodochrosite and sulfate here into an interface, and then have this thing view that interface as an external storage. But there's that. Now, DU plating. It's the one I missed. It's the tier 3 plating. Requires sulfur and advanced plating and uranium-238. Now, how are we going to get uranium-238? Well, we have to run uranium through an isotope separator, honestly. But, I mean, it works. So, I accidentally looked up the oxide, didn't I? There we go. And isotope separator. Uranium ingot becomes 238 and 235. Not a huge deal. So, should I be lazy here? Might as well. Isotope separator. If I am going to be making, at any point in time, a nuclear or a fission reactor that's actually worth anything, then I will definitely need this thing. But for the meantime, I'm not too terribly worried about it. And actually, I probably should teach it this. Yeah, I haven't taught it gold nuggets yet, so. Alright. Isotope separator. Start. Missing a machine chassis and cadmium. Alright, so. Never taught how to make the chassis. Because I honestly thought I was done with nuclear craft machines for a while. And cadmium, oop, come on, there we go, is Well, over here somewhere, right? Cadmium. I did make quite a bit extra, honestly. Just not extra ingots. Isotope separator, start. There we go. Done. I love that. And you notice a couple of machines are missing from here. I need to check on you. You're backstuffed again. Okay. Lots of purple dye. And more red, rose red, which I can toss into here for now. I got all that stuff to take care of and a bunch of this stuff. I constantly have stuff flowing in from here, and... Oh, hey. Got those in there. Right, so I'm going to need power. Do I have any redstone conduits left? Or redstone flex ducts? I have... Why are you different from you? Oh, that was rude. No idea. And I have an external storage on me, so cable maybe? There we go. Yes, one of the things I love about refined storage is it has a built-in... I don't want to put it over here, actually. Built-in fluid support. You want fluid support with the applied energistics? Yeah, extra utilities, whoops. But with applied energistics, you have to gotta add a mod, which is not the greatest. And we're gonna put you here. And lack of conduiting strikes again here, right? Damn it. I don't have enough block sides. Whoops. Okay, I got loud all of a sudden. Alright, let's do that. Do you here, I guess? How's that gonna make it help? How's it gonna help any? It's not really. It's really not. Right. Dang it. I'm trying to keep everything relatively... You know what? Screw it. We're just gonna hide this one. If it does this job well, I never have to see it. So I'm just going to work with it along those lines, and we should be okay. All right, power. Done. And not ideal. Hold a second. Power. Okay. Need an exporter now. And let's just dump some of that off. Actually, that's pretty much everything I want to dump off, so. Which I had an exporter. Okay, cool. Uranium, please. Okay, I'm trying to think of how I'm going to work this importer. Alright, so you're going to get external storage. You are going to be exporter. This. Now I need this thing to run a little bit. Cable. And you're going to be a filtered importer here in a second. Well, relatively second, right here. Here, have one of those, would you? You, my friend, you are just going to be this, extract only. You are going to go here, boom, whitelist that. That's all you're going to pull out of there. Alright, that should work now. Because otherwise I would be pulling the 238 out, leaving the 235 behind. And once I hit 64, unless I set this machine to void it, it would backstop. Now it's going to keep a stack of that in stock at all times. And the wall still looks pretty-ish. Alright. So right now I'm actually... Let's look at the elite plating, right? How many of these... What did I just... Oh. ID, elite plating times 4. I need 14 more 238. I'm going to need some sulfur, and I need lithium dust. Alright, well, this should not be a problem. Lithium dust, not lithium 6 please, lithium dust, here we go. It's just a lithium ingot in a pulverizer. Yeah, pulverizer's not full of recipes. I could add just another crafter behind here. My crafter's right here. I could put one like right there and solve the problems. I might do that eventually. But the manufactory actually does a lot of the same recipes, so as long as I have recipes for that, I've got 5 more, then we should be okay. Sulfur I can come grab over here. Sulfur, yeah, 380 of it. You know, I honestly thought I had more sulfur than that. Put that stuff into there for now. And for kicks, let's kick off our... not ID. Inventory tweaks, no. Why are you all like... Okay, that's why. Alright. Like, why are you all sorts of weird? They're showing like translocators first. I'm like, that's not it. 256, right? I want to make a 256 storage drive, storage disk. Which it says I have everything necessary to do this. And this here is my monitor that lets me see everything. Now, a machine doesn't accept an item on those because they're all running through the same furnace, honestly. And right now it is picking up the improved processors. It's got a bunch of sand it has to process for the silicon. Other than that, I mean, it's not bad. Now the problem isn't the crafters. The problem is the machines, which these two have 8 speed and energy upgrades apiece. This one and this one here. So it should speed things up a little bit. This guy, I might throw some more reception coils in later. Once everything is... once I get stuff powered up. I don't want to put too big of a drain on my system as it is. I'm holding steady at 18 million. Okay. And that's with pretty much all these machines here running at full speed as well. So, and all those, and yeah. So the dynamos are actually holding up right now, which is quite awesome. So now we're just done to the glass, huh? Glass and silicon. Oh, and I've got... Okay, that's why it was waiting. It's because it was processing silicon for the circuits as well. So right now it's actually processing glass. It's not terrible. You are making silicon. Also relatively fast, so it's not terrible. But I got a disk manipulator here that's fully upgraded. So what I'm going to do is, once this thing finishes crafting, I'm going to slot it in over here, right? And I'm going to set you actually to priority 1. So items will try to go here first, to the 256 drive. Means I can start grabbing the disks from over there, slotting them here, shunting everything over to there, and that's one less thing that's going to be over in the farmhouse, or the old build, or you want to call it. Let's see, yes, now we're waiting on silicon. It's going to take a little bit. Mainly because I only have one machine doing it. But everything else is doing great so far, so... Just a lack of a tick accelerator right now is a little bit of a bummer. Do I have my pizza on me? I do. Good. So where would be a good place to put this interface? Honestly, maybe like right here. Yeah, I can work with this. Okay. So I'm going to put my receiver here. I'm going to whack it with the network card. Add some coordinates stored. And this guy can go over here, and I'm just going to slot it in here with that card right there. It works. And so what this is doing now is it's connected the network over to there. Now, can I get... Probably not, because I did not teach it external storage either. Huh? Unfortunately, I built up my thing over there before I enlarged the crafter. And it was actually quicker for me to craft everything by hand than it was to wait on that. You're not even below a stack yet. It takes a lot of silicon to make a 256 drive. It really does. Alright. To craft 1 silicon. Damn it. Because you need... They used up all the improves. Okay. Oh, that's going to take a while then. Unless it somehow manages to slip this in there. It did. Well then. The furnace is done, right? Yeah, it is. Go figure. Of course, that machine doesn't accept input, but... Oh, that's why it's still waiting. Okay. Because I'm now actually under a stack of this. Oh, well, no? Stored. Huh. Weird. This is my only manufactory right now, so it's not like I can make this stuff any other way. Yeah, we don't have the other types of silicon. Just nuclear craft. I guess I could go turn some out in a combiner. Or I can smelt down like nether quartz. Shell Stonework Factory can do it. I don't plan on doing a whole lot of giant drives in the future. So I don't think this is going to be as much of an issue. Right, because my total storage right now is 304. So I'm almost pretty much doubling my my drives. These 3 are actually empty. So I can turn these 364s into a 256. I wonder if that just force completed it, actually doing that. It might have, actually. No, actually, no, it didn't. It has crafted 2 of them on its own, but it's the multi-block here is taking care of it, so it's not even paying attention to the inventory anymore. scheduled 8 silicon, though. Right, so if it's scheduled like 6, why is it processing 64? Weird. Oh, color me confused. Oh well. And yeah, processing less than a stack now. For what though? It's not showing any silicon to be crafted, which is kind of odd. Oh well. Alright, so processing 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Whoop, done. Processing that and done. Cool. Alright. So let me get my super drive out here. Now anything, yep. New items are going right to here anyway, so that works. Can I get another 256? What's that gonna run me? Available 3 to craft 4 silicon. Sure, why not? Go for it. I think it needs to craft 4 advanced processors, and that's it. So, yep. And there it is. A lot easier if you already had the 64s crafted. Alright, so interface, please. One of these. Importer, exporter, yeah, got all that stuff. Here we go. Drop you into there. And it does have that 5-second revolution, it does. There it goes. Actually, tell you what. Make me 3 stacks of this stuff so I quit having to sit around. Hey, look, interface. Alright. We're going to come here. I'm going to be like, hey, I need a stack of this. I'm going to need a stack of this. And tell you what, give me like half a stack of that. And you're going to keep that in stock. That. And that. And I forgot to grab my external. Alright, now you are going to be extract only. Right, cool. There's all that stuff. So I should, by rights now, be seeing sulfate, right? Calcium sulfate, 60. Because I already put some in here, so hopefully it'll use that up before it hits the external storage hub. Hopefully. I mean, that would be rather nice. And I need to check my uranium, but first I'm going to grab a couple of the drives out of here. Let's see, yeah, 11,000 items, 14,000. I think 2 is probably good for now. These guys can run through here, right? Alright, so elite plating, please. Actually, let's check the uranium. 32. Alright. We've actually gotten double what we needed to because I was stalling. We are good to go. Hit start. 1, 2. Now, you do you have to do some processing probably? Yeah, you have to... Oh no. Yeah, you need to make graphite and pulverized obsidian, so we're just going to cancel that job. All right, and you can come here. There we go. In you go. And hey, look, you're done. Sweet. So, I have my 4 elite plating. And I have a fusion core. Now, I need, at least for the quest, I need a stack of these fusion electromagnets. So I need more lithium, I need a lot of cadmium, I need a lot of boron. Alright. Lithium. Waiting to be processed. Same with boron. Hey, I just got the advancement though. Star in a box. And I'm thinking that would be a good spot for the fusion reactor, because that thing is flipping huge. I'm not going to make a gigantic mammoth one. That's right, I forgot it's on the steps. But yeah, I will be making a good size one. So what I could do to speed things up a bit is... No, not that. Lithium and boron. And now, no, you are going to be that from now on. And you can be that. You're the fast one, right? Yeah. There we go. So now we're going to have lithium going, and we're going to have some boron going. That should speed things up a little bit. And then cadmium was the other thing. And that's a bit of a pain, honestly. Now, cadmium was yellow, right? Yeah. Actually, cadmium comes from lime dye. So, I have a cactus farm, which is actually kind of nice to have. I have a lot of bones, so I can make lime for days. Yeah, this is not enough cadmium. I'm going to have to hook up a separate processing chain just for this stuff. Alright, how many bones do I have right now? 374, plus I have 200 blocks of compressed bones. And, yeah, another 3.5 stacks in here. So, go ahead and get this stuff dropped off in here. Into the cadmium. We're going to go processing. We're going to go cactus green is like so. Bone meal I'm just going to do as a crafting pattern here. So we're just going to do this from those bones there. And then lime dye, like so. And let's see, you're my processing pattern, so you go in the furnace. You guys will go into here. Make that open. Hey, sweet, more pizza. But the only thing I was excited to see, honestly. Growth crystal's not bad. Hardened upgrade kit's okay. And that can go. Alright. Now, how much cactus is in here? God, I got a couple hundred cactus green. Where am I going to set this up at now, too? Alright, give me an exporter. And get some recipes taught here. Alright, I think I've got something figured out that should work. A little on the strange side, but oh well. So I taught my system how to make lime dye. And over here, I've got hooked up to the wireless transmitter or receiver down here. I've got a cable coming in. There's an external storage on the bottom of this black hole unit that is locked to cadmium ingots now. But basically what it's going to do, power this, or well, not power, but work this wonderful interface here, which is going to be stocked with lime dye. I'm going to shove it into here. I just need to get power over here somehow. This thing is going to break down lime yellow into cadmium sulfide. Cadmium sulfide is going to get broken down to cadmium and sulfide, or sulfur. Sulfur is going to go up into this trash can. I've actually got a flat transfer node underneath here, and you can see the one here. They're both filtered. So sulfur goes up, cadmium goes over here to the right to the chemical combiner, which is set to target cadmium ingots. And then there is another flat transfer node. There was. Oh, I forgot to put it back in. But there'll be a flat transfer node here, leading into the black hole unit. So now I just need to figure out how to get power over here. I've got power right there. Oh. This is gonna suck. Let's see. Okay, I've got power right. Oops. I break. What? I hit it with a pick. And instead of breaking it, it rotated it. Which is a good thing, actually, because I would have had to reset that. And that's just not fun. Alright, so I've got power all the way over to here. Alright, that'll work. And then I just need to get plant transfer node. Oh no, it does have one. I just couldn't see it. Okay, cool. Alright, so I just need to get some flux duct. Harden should work, really. Actually, regular leadstone should work. I've got a bunch of them, so I was like, yeah, they're good to go. And they do mate up, at least, with the different tier of flux ducts. So there we go, and everybody's powered up now. So all I have to do now is just introduce some lime dye into the system, and it's going to start working its magic. And the transfer node is not going to be fast enough, is it? I was really hoping it would be. Boom, 1, and now we have 2 ingots. Oh, crap. Well, it's not that hard to fix, I just forgot there was oxygen involved. Alright, oh, crap, because it also creates chromium oxide. That's what's going on. Okay. I'm like going, there's no oxygen in cadmium sulfide. No, but there is in chromium oxide. Okay. Well, let's see. Well, I forgot about another chemical that was being made. I need this guy. And can I have those, please? Thank you. Alright, let's fix this on camera here. Shouldn't be that difficult, honestly. So, here, you can wait. This block here is not going to move. But what I can do is I can actually It is taking care of the oxygen just slowly, because I forgot I blacklisted cadmium. Is what happened. And then this one is just simply a whitelist of cadmium. Right, okay, well... Can I have one of those, please? Thank you, you can have that one back. And... Alright, so how am I going to work all this? Well, first of all, you can come off there, and so can you. You work on these? No. There we go. Alright. Honestly, that should work about perfect. I left just enough room in there that I can do this. I need one more translocator, though. Oh. And our trash can go here with the translocator on top of it. And now I want to... Because this does have a filter in it. So you are going to be filtering for cadmium. Just like so. Give me some oxygen, would you? Give me some sulfur, since there's a little bit of that left. And chromium. And... I can't shift click them in, but oh well, that works. So, we'll just do that now. And... Is that filter a blacklist? That's what I'm curious about now. No, if it was, then it could go in here. It just doesn't like single inventory stuff. Gotcha. Okay. Alright, easy enough fix. It's kind of stupid, but it works. So, is it really stupid? Probably, but still. So, now, instead of going right to the trash can, those three elements go into this wonderful chest here. Which will then go to the trash can. No! I was hoping. I really was. Oh, well, I can get some sort of other pipe going for that. Alright. And then over here we have the combiner, which is now hidden under the wall, translocating into this. So if I go through and be like, hey, cadmium sulfide goes here, we're getting a lot of sulfur here, we should see this number start going up here shortly. Okay, well, the good news is it didn't go to the trash, but... Okay, it's not... Alright, yeah. I always forget. Translocators don't like deep storage units either. Gotcha. Okay. So, some other pipage to come. Not a problem. Ah, damn it. We're not out of power, I know this. No. Just sometimes the items they just disappear. That is the downside of refined storage. Sometimes that will happen. Let's put that stuff away, I guess. And those away. And usually you can just fix it with a restart. So. Because, yeah, now everything's gone. Sometimes you get lucky. You break and replace your controller. Yep, no, nothing. You basically just have to restart the client and they come back. And... oh, while that's happening, let's just go ahead and get these run through over here as well. But now whenever I need cadmium, I can manually craft in a bunch of lime dye. And it'll auto-export it through, take care of all of it over here. And then give me access to the cadmium in this guy. As soon as I get this hooked up to that. Which, I mean, it'll work for now. And it's definitely going to be necessary for my fusion. That's for certain. So, but I think I'm going to go ahead and call this an episode. Thank you for coming out. I hope you're enjoying this series, and until next time, signing out. Have fun.